Welcome to Thursday's Market SITREP here at TGO Top Gun Options. Apologize to my members. We did our first full throttle session last night. Nice hour-and-a-half long session. Reviewed our strategic, operational, and tactical methodology, our 7-step trade plan, and also my intelligence sources. And I said, hey, I'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock for Analyze Your Trade. My bad, I forgot that I had actually had a great lunch meeting today down here in Fort Lauderdale with MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Some of you know I have a very close and personal connection to that cause. I lost my 19-year-old sister Monica to that. So great lunch today with the I'm probably going to join the board of directors for MAD down here. So I apologize, but we did move this on the Sunday night email that went out. It did say Friday at 1 o'clock. So and I sent out a text alert earlier to folks just to give them another reminder. Got to talk some politics before we get into another beautiful day in the market. So Nancy Pelosi, stood on her feet for 8 hours yesterday looking like a complete jackass, telling us about how her grandson wants to be brown like his friend Jose or something. I mean, you can't fix stupid, first of all. But so she's threatening. Here we go with the government shutdown talk again. Paul Ryan saying, hey, I won't call for a DACA vote unless the president wants that. So we're starting to see a little brinksmanship here with the potential government shutdown. And as I briefed you, I don't know, for the past couple weeks, you can have dueling volatility trades. We got short volatility yesterday. We might want to have another one on right now to be long volatility to potentially cover a short government shutdown here. We'll get to the VIX here and all the volatility stuff in a couple minutes. But here's more that you're not going to see on any liberal media, which is 95% of the media in this country. The FBI informant who was undercover for 6 years has testified under oath that Moscow routed millions to the Clinton Foundation in the Uranium One scandal. And Bill Clinton was getting $500,000, $600,000 for keynotes. The dude ain't that good, man. Trust me. This is dirty. Where's all the Democrats and the liberals rushing out to defend this FBI agent, right? McCabe, Peter Strzok, all those dirty FBI agents that they're rushing out to somehow defend. What about this dude? Awful. Disgustingness. The president knew about it. Barack Hussein Obama said till he was blue in the face that I don't interfere in these and I don't know anything about the Hillary. Well, the lovers' texts that we found out about the other day say the president wants to know about all of this. So somebody's lying, either the FBI agents or the president. I think they're all a bunch of liars. So anyway, guys, stocks are obviously down 400, down 500, and now they're off their lows. So U.S. stocks dive as investors brace for more volatility, folks. Again, the liberal media, since those who can't are in the media, all these idiots on CNBC. It's potential rising inflation that's causing this market to implode. That's a crock, folks. It is absolutely not the case. It was everybody and their mother, not mine because she's smarter than this, was short volatility. This rip your face off rally in January, I predicted this, folks. Right here, I said February sucks. Second week in February, aside from a potential government shutdown, we're gonna take a breather here. We did, and everybody who was short volatility just got wiped out. I think by my count on one of my calls today, we're up to like 15 short vol hedge funds that are broke. They're closed. Try dialing their investor relations number and getting your money back. It ain't happening. So thank God we're here at TGO. We only short volatility when it makes sense. Now we got short vol yesterday, and well, let's see I think the VIX made a round trip today. Let's see how net, folks. Look at so we got that 50 Volmageddon spike, and so there you go. As we've talked about, the VIX can't stay elevated forever, and it will not. So we peaked out at about 34, and now we're having this mid-afternoon kind of sell-off in the VIX. That this is not the big one, Elizabeth. This is not the Fred Sanford. This is not the big correction, guys. This is volatility trading gone wrong. Now we're short vol. What did I put on? Like the 50, 51 bear call spread, or this is a hold, guys. So if you're in the taking a look at the bearish double vertical on VXX that I did the other day, it's out a couple weeks. There's nothing wrong with this. Nothing's to say that tomorrow we ain't going to have a 600-point rally. So welcome to the world of volatility. I think this is great. I love it. Options premiums are through the roof. So this is let me pull up my my whiz of Longshanks. That's it, man. You gotta enjoy this, and if you're not enjoying it, you shouldn't be trading it. Real quick, tactically, and here's what's interesting, though. I've warned about this for years. When Ben Bernanke jumped in to save capitalism and pumped $85 billion a month into this market, liquidity, he just printed money and kept this stock market afloat. It was like the Pope telling Catholics that hell doesn't exist. And Catholics go out and, well, as long as you go to confession once a week, you're good to go. But anyway, I've always said that the big one, the Fred Sanford, will be when what? When the market recognizes that either the Fed ain't going to step in to stop a big tumble in stocks, or it's a Scotty moment from Star Trek. Ben Bernanke said this at one point in testimony in front of Congress. He said, I'm giving you all I got, Captain. I can't give you no more. More or less telling Congress, you guys got to do your job. So that's definitely one of the times I think we will see a big one, is when the market looks around and goes, okay, either the Fed's not stepping in to save us or they can't. That's when the VIX will be back up at 90. This 10% is nice. It's good. We've been talking all week about adding to our Jan 20 positions, the good solid longs that we have on, a Raytheon, an MGM, the EWZ, the FXI. We'll talk through it more tomorrow in our Analyze Your Trade brief. But this ain't anything, guys. I mean, look, remember, the jobs report on Friday was great. Average hourly earnings are going up. GDP, I guarantee you this year we see a 5% print. Look at this. U.S. jobless claims dropped to near 45-year low. So for those members that have been with me for a couple years, you remember bizzarro market, right? Good news was good news. Bad news was good news. And awful news was great news. Why? Because the worse the news was, Bernanke had to stay in the market. The Fed would keep pumping money into this market. Horrible jobs report, stocks went up. Why? Because we knew the Fed was adding to their little safety net underneath this market. I think the president or somebody else, some other heavy said this today. They used my term. They're like, this is reverse bizzarro market, right? Jobs are good, GDP's good, earnings are great. Everybody's getting, just about every big company in this country has thrown money back at their employees, said they're going to hire more people or acquire or, grow their business. The last time I read a book on the economy 20, 30 years ago, that's bullish. Okay, so I get these people saying, well, that inflation's going up, Wiz. Where are you going to get? How many of you are going to run out and go put your money in a CD right now? If anything, this looks like another BTFD moment. Now, I used this analogy the other day, and you're seeing, why are we seeing these big wild swings in the market? Obviously, the XIV, the triple TVIX, all this stuff, people are getting obliterated, and I have zero sympathy for them, like Bitcoin idiots. This is trench warfare in World War I. There's the Allies, there's the Germans. The market don't like being in here. I said we'd most likely, and these act as magnets. We're either going to get pulled down to the 200 or up to the 50-day. Right now, you're seeing the convulsing going on and a decision. I told you this last night in our full throttle training. I said, hey, guys, the next couple days are decision time, okay? Since the macroeconomic foundation is strong now, this ain't Barack Hussein Obama's economy limping along. Things are good. However, this is emotional. Like I said, everything's really kind of good. Everybody under this weekly unemployment claims, people I network with business owners down here in Fort Lauderdale and Miami. People are like, we can't hire, Wiz. Not because just because there ain't anybody. Folks, that's pretty damn good. With what is it, 4.1% unemployment during one at Janet Yellen's last or was it Jerome Powell's most recent hearing? They said the Fed is saying we're near full employment. Well, how can that be with 4.1? Because, folks, people will always sit on the couch and eat Cheetos and not go look for work. So 4%, technically, folks, is full employment. So, again, I sit here, grab your popcorn, hang out, watch this, do nothing else. If anything, I like we've talked about, we'll trade some volatility, but add to your Jan 20 longs. Real quick, tactically, Skipper he stepped down. We've had a couple good trades on this, but the Wall Street Journal came out last night and said, hey, not only does the skipper need to go, his whole staff needs to go too. And then when your name is associated with this property, I mean, you might as well put Harvey Weinstein up here. What happens? Do they get bought out? It's very, very, very interesting. So let's take a look at Wynn right now. What's Wynn doing? Kind of had a little bit of a round trip too. It's down $4. So we nailed this. This was a Friday afternoon. As soon as the news broke, I was in a webinar with my members. I said, sell the hell out of Wynn. Throw on a bear call spread right now. Pound this thing into the dirt. Then it held this 160 level right here, and it was searching for a home. The other day, Monday, we put on a bull put spread. I said, and my commit criteria were what? I said the skipper is going to have to step down. I'm shocked that he hasn't already. It's got to be this week or next, and the stock's going to have a rip-your-face-off rally. 3, 2, 1, 2 days later, skipper steps down, stock has a rip-your-face-off rally. Now, it's hovering around, obviously under pressure from this, but there's a perfect example, man. 2 great trades. Bear call spread for a max profit, and the bull put spread's looking pretty good right now. So the Wynn's a hold. I'm grabbing popcorn with this because I don't know what's going to happen. New skipper, China buy, Macau. This is interesting now. Okay. So we'll talk about a lot of this stuff tomorrow in our Analyze Your Trade and Debrief at 1 o'clock. Like I said, I appreciate your flexibility. Great full throttle session last night. It's posted. The replay of it is posted in the member section. Make sure you watch that before our second session tonight at 7 p.m. We're going to be talking about the basics of calls and puts and more or less the aerodynamics and meteorology, right, before we get into the Hornet and get airborne into some of our more in-depth tactics, okay? All right, I got to run. Going to trade this market, grab some popcorn, and then go for a run on the beach. So have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and God bless. We'll